Hey everyone, Pastor Nathan here. Wanted to come to you with the next devotion in the series of devotions. What I'd like to talk to you about at this time is this month, the month of March. Our theme on Wednesday nights has been our walk or our march, since it's the month of March, but we've been talking about our Christian walk, the race that's been set before us. Our daily walk with God and kind of that concept. And I wanted to talk to you tonight about a passage that we find in Hebrews 12 actually. And I'm going to read verses 1 through 3. And then I'd like to talk to you just for a brief moment about what I believe the writer is saying and how it applies to us today. And then we'll be good. But it says in verse 1, "Therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God." Now, when I used to read this, when I was younger in my faith, I would read verse 1 where it says that we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses. And I would imagine that we had these witnesses that were watching us run the race. But what we actually see here is that the whole chapter before this, chapter 11, talks about many great men and women of the faith in Scripture. And so what we see is that the writer is actually talking about that their witness is those that have gone before us. They are witnesses for us in that the race that they ran with endurance, we also can run with endurance, okay? And we can run that race with endurance because Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. Scripture says that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Lord. Now, there's different ways that the Lord has given us this faith or this assurance that we need to trust in Him. He gives it to us through His Word. He gives it to us through preachers. And there's so many different ways. Even in His creation, God has sufficiently given us the assurance needed for us to trust in Him. And the fact is that we have people that have gone before us that we can look to in our times of struggle, in our times of trial. Maybe when you're running the race, you come up with a limp or an injury, or however you want to put it. There's people that have gone before us that we can look to and know that if they made it through, if they endured, that we also can endure. And so I just want to encourage you at this moment, go to Hebrews 11, read through Hebrews 11 and see all of the men and women of great faith that have gone before us. And then go to chapter 12 and see that we can look to them as our examples of what to do in this race that we're running. This race that we're running till the day we die. I believe that the life that we live is like a race. And it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And I believe that those that endure to the end, those that persevere, will cross that finish line one day. And the Lord will be standing there to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." So no matter what you're going through today, just know that you can put your faith and your trust in God. And if you do that, He will help you to endure to the end, no matter what you're going through. So be encouraged by that today. Know that this life we live, this race that we're running, it's all for God. And it's all for His purpose and His glory. And so just remember that tonight. We're praying for you. Again, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to text us or call us or reach out to us in some way, shape, or form. We are in this together. We're in this race together, okay? We're here to help each other. We're here to go through this together. You don't have to do it alone, okay? So please reach out to us. We love you. We're praying for you, and we can't wait to talk to you the next chance we get. God bless.